Hello, I'm Irene Lambert. Welcome to Willow Natural Therapy Clinic. The aim of this testimonial video is to show you that the investments you make in yourself and the changes you make can and will last for a very long time. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video, and I hope you find it very helpful.
Hello, my name is Amanda, and I first met Irene 4 years ago for our initial consultation. We were talking about emotional issues, things that were holding me back, affecting my behaviour, my belief about life and myself. Those few sessions got to the very root of the cause of my behaviour and the effect it was having on me, and had such a huge effect and dealt with the behaviour that I've moved on significantly with my life. I do still see Irene, but it's life. As life happens, things come up in life, but the initial consultation has been cleared thoroughly, and by clearing that, using various tools with Irene, it's allowed me to move forward, especially with relationships. Irene's been a huge help with working out my career, my path, my beliefs about my career. Irene listens, we get to the root of the problem, and it's dealt with. And Irene is now my #1 person I go to. If something comes up in my life, a new situation, a new event that may bring up a past emotional effect, but we deal with it and it gets sorted, and I understand myself and the behaviour, and I can move forward. And Irene is fantastic. If you phone her, she'll fit you in as soon as she can. And the tools that Irene uses are just fascinating. They get to the root of the cause quickly. You can then put in the positive beliefs and behaviour, and I can absolutely confidently say my initial reason for going to see Irene has been wonderfully cleared, and the effect it's had on my life has been fantastic. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pat, and about 10 years ago I used to get very ill in the middle of the night after a meal out. I'd go to bed feeling perfectly alright and then suddenly wake up and be violently ill. I wondered whether it was monosodium glutamate or pork, etc., and I found it strange that it never happened at home. Well, this went on for about 2 years until I went to see Irene. She identified that I have a low tolerance to the fermented grape, in other words, wine. I can have some wine before and after the meal, but not while I'm actually eating, as my food doesn't digest. So as soon as I lay down, this undigested food would come straight back up. And touch wood, I have never been ill since, thanks to Irene. And the reason it never happened at home is because I don't drink at home. She also correctly identified my intolerance to bleach, which I'd totally forgotten about, as I can't go near it without getting a terrible headache. And whilst I'm here, I also have permission to talk about my granddaughter, who was only 3 weeks old when we took her to see Irene. She was extremely constipated, with terrible stomachache, and Irene quickly identified there was a possible problem with dairy products. And as a result of that information, her baby formula was changed, and she's been fine ever since. Without Irene's help, it could have taken months and months to identify, and even to this day, if my 9-year-old granddaughter accidentally has dairy products, she becomes very ill. So we are all healthier and happier as a result of Irene, and we are really glad to have found her. I would recommend Irene to anyone who needs her.
Hello, my name's Andy. 15 years ago, I was a serving police officer and was assaulted whilst on duty. As a result of that assault, I received injuries to my head, neck, shoulders, and was subsequently diagnosed with PTSD. I did go through various treatments for cognitive behaviour therapy, but never found that really helped with the depression and anxiety that I still remained, which affected times with my family and mood swings. 4 years ago I met Irene. As a result of the time I spent with her, which was comparatively short, and no more stressful than having a cup of tea with a friend, I have found that I have completely got rid of all the issues relating to that and I've had no subsequent relapses. Please go and see Irene, I'm sure she can help you.
Hello, my name's Gabriel. What I've been enjoying with Irene is, the analogy I could make is the children's party game of Pass the Parcel. The sessions I have with Irene is like each round on the Pass the Parcel. At the end of the session, I end up with a wonderful prize that I can take away and really enjoy, and then ready for the next session to uncover the next layer. I now feel like I'm actually getting to the last few layers where I can almost feel what that fantastic prize is in the middle, the big bounty, which I'm really looking forward to. Suffice to say, through all of this, I totally recommend Irene. She's been fantastic with me. She has a certain style that really engages with me, and just thank you, Irene, it's been brilliant.
Hi, I'm Denise. I suffered with panic attacks for a few years and was in a really bad place before I found Willow therapy. My world was pretty much closing in on me and I felt completely out of control. Panic attacks had spread from the odd adrenaline rush to making me feel that I would lose my busy job in London. I couldn't drive down a motorway slip without having an attack, and I often had to get off the road, which made things much worse. Getting onto a train or a tube station platform was the stuff of nightmares, and I lost count of the times I ran out of a supermarket leaving all my shopping and bags on the conveyor belt. I'd seen somebody on the telly helping people with their phobias through tapping. Medication wasn't helping, and even though I was sceptical, I thought I'd give Irene a try. Seriously, it was the best thing that I ever did in my life. I often think of her when I'm tootling along the motorway in my lovely little Mini. I did about 50,000 miles in the past couple of years. She helped me to understand what was happening and reduce my fears using various techniques, which included tapping, visualisation and relaxation. The positive changes have stayed with me for the past 8 years or so, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend Irene at Willow Therapy to you. Don't carry on suffering, just give her a call.
I went to Irene originally because I was having problems with bloating and needed some sensitivity tests carrying out. She helped me discover what foods I was sensitive to, which was really useful for me to plan my meals. When I spent time with Irene, I realised that she could potentially help me ditch a 17-year smoking habit. Up to this point, I had tried everything going: nicotine replacement, acupuncture, prescription medications, and dare I say it, cold turkey. You name it, I had tried it, but none of those things had worked for me. Irene said that in a few short sessions of therapy, there was a high possibility she could help me stop. Admittedly, I was very dubious after so many years of failed attempts, but even after one session, I could feel that something deep-rooted had shifted. So in August 3 years ago, after the 3rd session, I stopped smoking. Since then, I've had 3 major life events, losing both of my parents and had a baby. Irene was so supportive, and I'm pleased to say that not at any point did I go back to smoking when I would have had the perfect excuse. Fact of it is, I just didn't want to. Irene helped me come to terms with the death of my mum, which hit me really hard. All I'll say to anyone watching this is just go for it. There is nothing else worth investing in more than your own health and happiness. I just feel like Irene has set me free.